Hello, and welcome back to my 8-week program to reboot, reset, and restructure from the ground up. And my name is Anja, and I've developed this yoga sequence to help you move through this challenging time and shape new visions and actually really start to embody this new way of being as we're not doing things the way we used to. And today we'll be focusing on the third energy center, chakra, the navel center, in Sanskrit called Muladhara, which translate as something like the city of jewels, or also the center of our willpower, our ego, our drive. And this is very much connected to our emotional issues, emotional fears, and it reflects our spiritual digestion of energies, food, emotions in the physical world. And it's also in the process from the ground up. It's a sort of growing up from the first 3 energy centers to connect with the heart in order to be able to express our truth in a loving, kind way. So this is where we start, in a sense, growing up and moving from the I sense, our personal will, to the heart, to the group consciousness. And I invite you today to reflect how that connects to your own life and where it resonates, and take that into the practice. So we start by sitting comfortably. You can, like me, sit on a block or 2 blocks, sit on a blanket, on a bolster, whatever helps you relax the hips, the groins. And we start by placing our hands into the groins. Take a deep inhale, lifting the chest up. And then exhale, moving our hands through the thighs, moving the energy out to the knees. And just do that 3 times in your own time. Deep inhale. And then deep exhale, moving the energy out to the knees. And once again, deep inhale. And exhale. And then on your next inhale, roll the shoulders front and up. Exhale, back and down, and really feeling the strength in your center. Do that 3 times. Feeling the lift up from your core. Keep that length in the spine. Breathing deeply. And then on your next inhale, roll the shoulders back and up. And then on the exhale, circle them front and down. And again, do that 3 times in your own time, breathing deeply. And then just rest your palms facing up on your thighs and scan the body. Let go of the tailbone, feel the sitting bones, the weight of your legs, and let go of all the body parts that touch the floor. And then scan your body for tension. And wherever you hold physical tension, breathe into it. And then exhale through the mouth. Do that 3 times in your own time. And then we move to emotional tension. Sense where you hold that in the body. Deep breath into it. And then exhale through the mouth. And repeat. And one last time. And then take 3 deep in and exhales all the way down into the pelvis. Letting go of any thoughts, any mental constructs, any discourse in your head. Bring your thumbs and index finger together and feel your breath in your belly as you in and exhale through the nose. At the same time, feel the connection to the floor, to the ground underneath by releasing the perineum, grounding your sitting bones and releasing your tailbone. Slowly walking up the spine, finding length between the vertebrae. You can imagine like little air bubbles between your vertebrae. And then lifting the chest bone, relaxing your shoulder blades and your chin. So the back of your head is in line with the rest of the spine. And then you feel yourself pulled upwards from the crown of the head. And feel the connection to the sky, to heaven, to the energies from above. And at the same time, the connection to earth remains intact. And you find your seat between heaven and earth in your center, where you can breathe easily. Sensing the breath in the belly without changing it, just noticing the quality of your breath without judging it. And then slowly start to deepen your inhale. Bring your inhale from the belly by the rib cage all the way up to the crown of the head. And then exhale, breathe all the way back down into the belly. And at the end of your exhale, pull the belly and the pelvic floor gently in and up. Really feeling that contraction. And you continue to breathe that way. And really feeling that contraction at the end of every exhale as your navel center is connected to samana vayu, which is horizontal contractive energy. And in the yogic tradition, this is also connected to the digestive fire, assimilation. Of everything that we take in the world. Anything that we consume on a central level. And 2 more deep in and exhales with your eyes closed. And then open your eyes gently as you, on the inhale, move your arms up. And energy goes down on your exhale, turning the palms to face the ground. Inhaling your arms up. And exhaling them down. And maybe you can align your in and exhale in terms of length on the count of 5, for example, inhaling your arms up. And then also on the count of 5, bringing your arms down. Interlace your thumbs, bring your index fingers together on your inhale, bring your arms up. And then exhaling, hands in front of your heart in Anjali Mudra. And repeat, interlace the thumbs, index fingers together on your inhale. On your exhale, hands in front of your heart. One more time. And then after the next exhale, keep the hands in front of your heart. And we start with 3 rounds of Om. Take a deep exhale. And an inhale for the Om. And then bring your chin to your chest, bow to your heart. Set an intention for your practice. And I suggest that you set an intention that is related to connecting your desires, your willpower, your drive to your heart. So bring that into the body with your breath. And then rub your hands together. And then cup your eyes with your palms. Letting all tension from the face and the head dissipate into your hands. Keeping the eyes closed, the mind cool. And then exhale, bring your hands down. And then we massage for a moment the space between your 4th and 5th finger, which is also related to the navel center. So we're connecting here to the triple heater on 4th finger, to the heart and the small intestine on your little finger. And we're trying to open up that space during the practice. That's just to bring some awareness here. Yeah, the organ that is involved is the gallbladder meridian here between the 4th and 5th toe. So again, you can take a moment to go into that ridge here between the toes and give it a bit of a massage as well. Yeah, and the other physical areas that might be affected, liver, spleen imbalances, things to do with the stomach, of course, and anything to do with digestive issues. And indirectly also the kidneys and the eyes might be affected by this energy center. We're taking the other foot. Again, just giving it a little massage between the 4th and the 5th toe. Just going into that ridge here and really massaging that. Breathing, taking it easy. Enjoying waking up the feet, waking up the hands a little bit. We rub our feet together. Again, breathing deeply. And then if you're sitting like me, if you're sitting on blocks, come off the blocks. Place them by the sides. And then we start with Kapalabhati, which really helps us activate the navel center. So it's an active exhale where we really bring the energy from the navel all the way up to the crown of the head. Yeah, so the crown of the head. And literally Kapalabhati means that which cleanses the skull. So we're trying to really activate the navel center to bring all the energy up and out. So take a deep inhale. Deep exhale. Then inhale just to your normal capacity and then exhale. Pumping the belly. So this was just an introduction. We will do 3 sets of 30. If you have your period, just do normal breathing. If you feel dizzy or if you have eaten too much, just come out of it. Normal breathing again. Yeah, if it somehow doesn't feel right. Otherwise, really try to energize the belly button, bring the energy up to the crown of the head, and lean more into the back of your body. So to avoid any tension in the solar plexus, which might make it difficult. Also, if you feel it in the throat, back out of it and just return to normal breathing. So I count you in and you do 3 rounds of 30 in your own rhythm. Take a deep inhale. Close your eyes if you haven't. Take an exhale. Then a normal inhale and start on your exhale. Full exhale. And take a deep inhale. Bring your chin to your chest, belly in, and hold the breath for a moment. And then exhale, bring the head back to center. Take a deep inhale. Deep exhale. And start with the inhale. 30 on your exhale. And full exhale. Again, take a deep inhale. And a deep exhale. And this time at the end of your exhale, bring the chin towards the chest. Hold the breath, belly against the spine. Inhale, bring your head back up. And last round, deep inhale. Deep exhale. Normal inhale and another 30. Another 10, keep going. Pull the belly against the spine. Really leaning a little bit into the back of the heart to strengthen the connection in the solar plexus. Full exhale. Deep inhale. And deep exhale. With your mouth closed. And again, deep inhale. Bringing the chin to the chest, holding the breath for a moment. Exhale, release the chin, open your eyes. Turn the palms facing down. And we start with Sufi churning in a clockwise direction. And really connecting here with the belly button. So pulling the navel front to the side, back to the side. And keeping your head center, you can look ahead like 1.5 meters, or you can close your eyes, whatever feels better. And feel free to determine your own speed. It's helpful if your shins are crossed, your feet underneath your legs, underneath your knees. You're just breathing into the tight spots, into the digestive system, into the belly. You're really anchoring the energy in your breath. And then slowly moving into the heart space, opening more from the chest bone, opening and rounding between the shoulder blades, opening the collarbones as you go up, opening between the shoulder blades as you move back. And also moving the energy from the belly up to the heart, connecting them, enjoying deep breathing, and then slowly coming back to center. Interlace your fingers on your inhale. On your exhale, bring your arms up. Bend your elbows slightly on your inhale. Exhale, bring the upper ribs in. Lean against the middle back, lower back. Breathe into the belly center. At the end of the exhale, feel the belly contracting against the spine. Deep inhale, feeling the connection from the sitting bones to the palms of your hands. Exhale, come into a twist to the right. Place your left hand onto your right knee, right arm behind you. And inhaling deeply, really feeling the strength in your center. Keep the lower back facing more front and open up from your chest. Again, very deep in an exhale and feeling the contraction at the navel at the end of every exhale. You can look towards your back shoulder from the corner of your eyes and see that you don't move the chin too much. It's more opening in the chest, moving from the heart as well. And then just interlacing the hands behind the back and the stretch to the side. Breathing deeply, lower back long, turning to center. And then releasing the arms and bring the other shin in front. And then we just rotate anti-clockwise, starting from the navel, connecting with our core, breathing deeply. Yeah, and really feeling into the tight spots, maybe the lower back, the kidneys, maybe it's more in the belly, in the hips. Just breathing into that. And staying with the pace that suits you right now. Moving the energy slowly up into the heart center, opening and rounding more from the chest bone. Deep breaths here. And it's more circumference than you had before. Yeah, so it's a wider opening, a bigger circle. And slowly coming back to the center again. Interlace your fingers, and this time place the other pinky in front. And then again, the unusual way. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, release the shoulders down. Bend the elbows slightly on your inhale. Bring the upper ribs in, lower ribs in. Pull the belly against the spine on your exhale. Breathe deeply in the solar plexus. And the diaphragm, let the energy travel from the belly to the heart. And you're really creating space in the solar plexus area. Feeling connection from the sitting bones to the palms of the hands. On your exhale, twist to the left. Right hand on the left knee, left arm behind you. Keeping the lower back facing more front and keeping the hips level and opening up more from the heart space. Anchoring yourself in your center, pulling the belly against the spine, navel against the spine on every exhale. And then again, interlace the fingers behind your back, staying in that rotation. Breathing into the sides of the body. And an exhale, coming back to center. And we're going to do a sequence to activate the core more that is inspired by Jason Crandall. So we're going to start by placing the soles of our feet together, knees out, Baddha Konasana. Keep your arms behind you. Deep inhale, lifting the chest. And then from the strength of your core, bring the legs out into a straddle posture, sitting upright. Inhale here. And then again, bring the legs together and come into upright seated posture with your legs straight. And chin towards the chest for a moment. Bring your arms behind you. Inhale, come into Navasana. There's different options. You can bring your arms front. You can also bring them under your knees if it's too much. You can straighten the legs if you like more. Round the back, come into Ardha Navasana, half boat. Deep inhale. And exhale, come back up, full Navasana. Lift the heart. Bring your arms behind you, feet together, Baddha Konasana, butterfly pose. And opening the legs wide. Again, always moving from your core, activating the core, bringing the legs front, chin towards the chest. Deep inhale here, and exhale coming into the boat, Navasana. Again, you have the option of holding under the knees, coming into round back, feet and eyes on one level, half boat, full boat again, and a last round, feet together, arms behind you, deep inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, bring your legs out, feet pointing or toes pointing up. Inhale here, stretching out the legs front, chin towards the chest. And inhale, bring the arms up, legs up into the boat posture. Then half boat, deep inhale. And exhale, come up into boat. Wonderful. And you've made it. And then just come front. On all fours. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees under your hips. And again, feel the opening between the fourth and fifth finger. And also between all the other fingers on your exhale. From the tailbone, we start rounding the lower, middle, and upper back. And then again, we start pulling the spine apart in the opposite direction, just coming front. Just repeat that a few times in your own time. If the movements work opposed to mine, if that rounding works better on your inhale, then follow your intuition. Most important thing, to align a movement with a breath and really feeling the contraction in the navel at the end of your exhale. And then we come into hare pose. So grab the outsides of your feet and the heels and bring the crown of the head on the ground and really pull yourself up from the belly button, rounding the back and very little weight on the crown. And at the same time, pulling your shins down. Breathe deeply. Connecting to your center. Releasing tension in the neck, in the lower back. We bring your seat to your heels again. Hands next to the knees, slowly rolling up, one vertebra at a time. And then coming back to the front of the mat, shoulders above your hands, opening between the fourth and fifth finger. And then we activate the back of the legs, stretching the right leg out. Really deeply breathing into it, bringing it up. And finding a long lower back. And then if you like, you can bring the left arm up. Just really bringing the ribs in, feeling again the strength in the core. And slowly bringing the arm down, bringing that leg down, and again just stretching into the back of the calf. And see if you can also open again between the fourth and fifth toe. Often we're like just on 3 toes. See if they can all point to the front. Really feeling the weight here. You can move a little bit the hips. And then place that knee on the ground. And just one cat-cow in between. Finding a long back, activate between the fourth and fifth finger. Bring the left leg back, find a long lower back. And stretching into the back of your leg, lifting the left leg up. Keeping the left heel on level with the left tailbone, left sitting bone. Bring the right arm front. Bring the ribs in, breathe deeply. Yeah, feel the connection to your core. Bring the right hand down, and then again, just stretching into the back leg and open between the fourth and fifth toe, really feeling that connection again. And then coming into plank position from here, bringing the ribs in, the thighs up, and really stand on the balls of the feet. So like really be on all 10 toes, tucking them all under. You can move a little bit in the plank, shifting the weight, feeling the opening between the fingers and toes, and then coming into downward facing dog from here. Coming on the toes, inhale. And then exhale, bend one knee, bring the other heel to the ground. Inhale, coming up on the toes and changing sides. Deep in an exhale. Moving the shoulders away from the ears, feeling the fingers wide open. And then slowly walk towards the front of the mat. Grab your elbows from underneath and hang here for a moment in a forward bend. Twisting from your waist to the right. Opening between the fourth and fifth toe, really feeling grounded, bending the knees. And feeling also the side of the belly, the ribs. Yeah, stretching the spleen here on the side. Inhale back to center, exhale, turn to the left, and we're stretching the liver. Letting go of the head, feel free to exhale through the mouth. And then coming back to center and shaking out the arms, head, hair, everything. You can also shake out the hips a little bit. And then just puckering the lips. Slowly rolling up, one vertebra at a time. Bringing your arms up when you inhale. Hands in front of your heart on your exhale. Bring your feet together. You can bring your heels apart if you like. And bring your arms up on your inhale. Feel free to bend your knees on your exhale. Then half forward bend. Bend the knees long back. Hands on the sides of the shins. Ground your hands and step back into a plank position. Again, feeling all 10 toes tucked under on the floor. Knees, chest, and chin. Bring your hands where your ribs start. Roll the shoulders back. Ground the feet. Coming into a small cobra and really feeling the length now. Breathing into the lower back. Pulling the belly gently against the spine. And just look above the right shoulder. Again, rolling the right shoulder back and down. Then towards the left shoulder, rolling the left shoulder back and down. And then the head back to center. Release the forehead. Breathe into the neck. Tuck your toes under. Come up on all fours. Long lower back. Bring your seat to your heels. Inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Sway your hips from left to right for a moment. Breathing deeply, activating the muscles above the knees. Opening the hands. And then coming back to center. Coming up on the toes, bending the knees. Seat goes up. Belly pulls in. And then you step to the front of the mat. Into forward bend, feet together. Inhale, half forward bend. And exhale, folding forward. Come all the way up on your inhale. Exhale, hands in front of the heart. Remembering your intention, rolling the shoulders front, back, and up. Inhale, bring your arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Bending the knees, half forward bend. Ground your hands, step back into plank position. Stay here for a moment, bring your ribs in, bring the heart front, long neck, knees, chest, and chin. And coming into small or optionally into higher cobra. See what works for your back. Breathe deeply, bring the shoulders down, and exhale, releasing the forehead. Coming up either on all fours or into plank position. And then back into downward facing dog. Again, activate the navel, bend the knees slightly, bring the seat up, activate the muscles above the knees, and then slowly make your heels move towards the ground. Stretching the back of the legs. Opening between the small and fourth finger. Coming up on the toes again, bending the knees, stepping, or if you like, jumping to the front of the mat. Deep inhale, half forward bend. Exhale, full forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Bring your arms with you. Hands in front of your heart. On your exhale, connecting to the ground, your center, and then the crown, all in one line. Deep inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, coming into forward bend. Inhale, half forward bend. Stamp or jump into plank. Deep breath here. Bring your thighs up, ribs in. Feel all 10 toes on the ground, tucked under. Knees, chest, and chin, or if you like, chaturanga. And then inhale small, or if you like, high cobra. Exhale, releasing the forehead. And then with a long neck, find your way back. It can be tabletop, can be plank, or roll over the feet into downward facing dog. It's up to you. See what the body needs. Breathing deeply here. Again, activating fourth, fifth finger connection. Coming up on the toes, pulling the belly and the ribs in. Releasing the heels on your exhale further to the ground. Activating the muscles above the knees. And again, deep inhale, coming up on the toes, jump or step to the front of the mat. Feet together, deep inhale. Exhale, diving down. Coming into Utkatasana, chair pose. Bring the knees together, the seat down, the belly in, the lower back long. Coming here into chair. Breathing deeply, keeping your ears between your upper arms. Again, opening the toes, opening the fingers. Now a deep inhale and exhale, feeling the center, stretching the solar plexus. Inhale, exhale, forward bend. Deep inhale, half forward bend. And frame the front foot, the right foot step with the left foot back. Right foot out a little bit, feet hip width apart. Back knee off the ground, coming up into a high lunge. Breathe deeply here. And then you can grab your blocks, if you have them. Bring them under your hands. Deep inhale here. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Let the forehead go towards the shin. Pull the belly in and up. Deep inhale. And deep exhale. One more time, deep inhale. And deep exhale, and stay here. In the pyramid posture, you can also come into the traditional one by placing the back foot at a 45-degree angle on the floor. And again, see if you can stay hip width apart. Deep inhale. And then exhale, diving down, bringing this right sitting bone up. Activating your core at the end of every exhale. Feel the belly pulling against the spine. Contraction at the navel. And lifting the back foot off the ground again. And bring the blocks out to the sides. Bend the front knee and then step back into downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. And then knees, chest, and chin. Coming into small cobra. Inhale. And then lifting the legs off the ground. And finding a very long lower back again, activating the core. And feel length in the spine. Imagine you're pulling the spine in both directions away from each other, creating more space between the vertebrae. And then exhale. Release everything on the ground. Take a deep inhale and then exhale. Come up on all fours or into plank or roll back in one piece into downward facing dog. Again, finding the openness between the fourth and fifth toe, fourth and fifth finger. Bring your left leg up on your inhale. Bring your left leg towards the left hand on your exhale, so you automatically hip distance apart. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, root the tailbone, bring the crown up deep in an exhale in your high lunge. Opening the toes, opening the fingers. Inhale here, bring your hands on the ground or find your blocks under the shoulders. Inhale. And then exhale, pull the seat up and the chest towards the front leg. Inhale, bend the front knee, lift the chest a little bit. Exhale, bring your sitting bones up, let the head descend. Belly in and up. One more time, inhale here. And then exhale, pull the belly in and up. And then again, for traditional pyramid pose, place the back foot at a 45-degree angle facing front on the floor. Feet hip distance. Pull the left sitting bone up. Level the hips. Inhale deeply. Exhale, coming into forward fold. Deepen and exhale, connecting to the center at the end of every exhale. Then lift the back heel off the ground, bend the front knee, bring the blocks out to the sides and step back to the front of the mat into a forward fold. Bring the feet all the way together. Exhale. Inhale, come into chair posture. Lower the seat. Really feeling a long lower back, connection to your core. Opening the fourth and fifth toe. Hands in front of your heart, deep inhale. And then bring the left elbow on the outside of the right thigh and see if you can come here into a twist. This is too much. You can bring this one into a fist in the right hand on top and really feel the center here. Connection to your center. Lower the seat. Inhale, bring your arms up into Utkatasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward bend. Inhale, half forward bend. Again, step your left foot back. Right foot out a little bit. And then inhale, come up into high lunge. And then bring your hands to your hips, straighten the front leg. And again, place that left foot facing 45-degree angle forwards onto the mat, coming into forward bend parallel to the ground. We're going to come into reverse triangle. So grab your block, place it on the outside of your right foot. You can choose what height you would like. Bring the left hand on that block and bring your right hand onto the tailbone, so keeping the hips level. And now really pulling the belly in and up. See if you can open from the chest. And then bringing the right arm up if you like, really connecting to the core here, to the feet, from the feet to the core. Deep in an exhale here. Enjoying that opening. Exhale, bring the right arm down. The block to the side. Turn the back heel up. Inhale. And exhale. Now optionally you can bring the right leg up. Really feel the connection to your core. Keep the hips level. And then bring the right foot on the ground. Inhale, come into a plank position. Knees chest and chin. Inhale, coming into a small cobra. Again, lifting the legs off the ground and then lifting the arms off the ground too into Shalabhasana. Finding the length in the spine and the grounding in your core. Belly button gently against the spine. Exhale, releasing the head, turning it to one side. Then an exhale, turning it the other direction. And then placing your forehead on the ground, inhale. Hands under your shoulders, exhale, coming into a downward facing dog. Finding the hands and feet again, inhale, bring your left leg up, left leg front on your exhale towards the left hand. And lower your tailbone, bring your arms up slowly on your inhale for a high lunge. Bring your hands to your hips. On your next inhale, straighten the front leg. The back foot at a 45-degree angle, flat on the ground. Still feet hip distance apart. Coming first of all parallel to the floor with the upper body. Place your right hand on a block on the outside of your right foot, or you can also grab your shin or hand on the floor. And then place the left hand on your tailbone and see if you can keep your hips parallel as you're twisting more from the chest. And really keep that strong connection in the core, breathing deeply into it, moving the energy up on the inhale, moving it back to the core on the exhale, gently pulling the navel against the spine, enjoying that opening, that connection to the center. Deep inhale here, exhale, bring that arm down, and step into forward fold again. And last round, Utkatasana. Chair pose. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, half forward bend. And then we step back into dog. For the side plank variation, we bring the right foot halfway between hands and back foot. Yeah, so half the way. Then you can turn the right foot out. Make sure the left hand is under your left shoulder and come on the outside of your left foot. And you can adjust that leg to really help support you coming into a side plank, bringing the right arm up. Really working your core, bringing the hips up. Yeah, and if you want to do more, you can stack the feet and bring the right foot on top of the left one. Otherwise, just keep it here and help, like enjoy the support and bring the right arm over. Coming into banana position, bring the hand on the floor and come all the way down onto the belly, releasing the forehead. And then come up into Sphinx position. And grab the opposite biceps. Keep that distance between your elbows. Bring your hands front. Again, breathing into the middle back, lower back, upper back, and your core, finding the connection to the core. So you're not sinking into the lower back. Finding grace in that posture. Then let your head relax. Tuck your toes under. Lift your shins off the ground. Then come onto the knees. Bring the belly in. And last but not least, lift the thighs off the ground, coming into forearm plank for a moment. Really feeling the core again. Bringing the ribs in. Relaxing the head. And bringing the knees onto the floor and coming up on all fours into tabletop and into downward facing dog again. And then inhale, bring your left leg up. And exhale, floated front halfway between the hands and the feet. Turn the left foot out, right hand under right shoulder. Come on the outside of the right foot and bring the left arm up. And you can adjust the front foot for the side plank. If you want more, stack the left foot onto the right. And really activate here in your center. Pull the belly in and up, pull the hips up, breathe deeply. And you can place that foot also down again. If it's too wobbly, bring your arm over, feeling the core. And then bring the hand onto the floor and come back into a child posture, resting your head on the floor. And breathing deeply here. Pulling the belly gently against the spine at the end of the exhale. And slowly rolling up, bring the tailbone down, relaxing the arms. And then sit back, bringing your legs front. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale into forward fold, Paschimottanasana. And on your inhale again, find the sitting bones, the connection from the tail to the crown, and exhale, fold forward. Grounding the backs of your legs. Yeah, feeling that connection to the floor. And at the end of every exhale, really pulling the belly gently against the spine. Working with your breath. Bring your arms up on your inhale. Bring your hands on the ground and feet on the ground. Slide your seat forward. And then slowly, one vertebra at a time, roll down. Really, again, activating the center. Place the feet under the knees. Bring the block close to you in case you want to use it. Coming into shoulder bridge. So really feel the feet. Activate 4th, 5th toe connection and 4th, 5th finger connection. And feel the forearms on the ground, slide the shoulders underneath you. And then slowly roll up into a bridge. And if you like, you can slide the block under your sacrum. And if you want to work a little more also with the core, you are also free to extend one leg up to the ceiling and really, really opening up in the center. Yeah, opening here, bringing space into the digestive system. Bringing the leg back down slowly, finding connection to the floor between the legs, and then bringing the left leg up. Activating the foot, you can pull the toes towards you and straighten the foot. Again, creating space in the center of your body. Bring the legs slowly down. Breathing deeply. Yeah, again, you can also do it without the block. If you don't have one, just being here. And then opening the arms and slowly rolling down one vertebra at a time. And when your pelvis reaches the ground, bring your feet as wide as your mat. Rest your knees against each other, bring your hands onto the belly, feeling your breath. And then bringing your knees into your chest. And if you like, you can Gently rock from side to side. And you can either stay here or come into happy baby, bringing for happy baby the elbows on the insides of the knees, grab the outsides of the feet, and then bring the shins up vertically, soles of the feet pull towards the feeling, knees pull down. And just stay here for a moment. Or if you like, you can rock from side to side. Or you can just stay knees into the chest, see what works for you. Come back to center, feel the long lower back, belly against the spine. Take a deep inhale, releasing the feet. And then lie down in Shavasana, turning the palms up towards the sky. Rolling the feet out, leave some space under the armpits. And then let the body settle, let the breath go naturally. If you don't have much time, minimum you should spend here counting back from 10 to 1, or until your pulse, your heart rate slows down, goes back to normal. And otherwise, if you have more time, feel free to spend 10 minutes here, set a timer, switch off the video now maybe. Find your own way back up. And for everyone else who finishes off with me, just rest here and let go of your consciousness for a moment. Accepting the support of Mother Earth. Take a deep in and exhale. Come back into the body with your breath, with your awareness. Moving your fingers and toes, hands and feet. Place the feet onto the mat in front of you. Stretch out and then bring your elbows and knees together. Roll onto your favorite side into fetus posture. Take a deep in and exhale. And then find your way up, keeping your eyes closed into comfortable seated posture. Place your left hand or one hand under the belly button, the other hand onto the heart center. And breathe into both hands and sense that connection. From the eye sense, the seat of your willpower, your drive, your desires, to group consciousness at the heart, to the we sense. which becomes especially important in the age of Aquarius, which we're entering or have entered, which is about group consciousness. And as Kai Pacha, one of my favorite astrologers, often says, none of us goes first. We are all going together. Think about something that you're thankful for today and feel that in your body. Let that feeling spread across the whole body. And then bring the hands in front of your heart into Anjali Mudra. We close with 3 rounds of Om. Sharing and dedicating the merits of our practice to all beings without one exception. And feel free to take someone special into your mind's eye for the last 3 Oms. Take a deep exhale. And inhale. Bow your head to your heart. And thank yourself for the time you've taken, the attention you've given yourself. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I look forward to the next chakra practice together. Namaste.